Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On deck, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Set, 250. Mike 47. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
On first down, it's Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the short catch and put the down marker back to work.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He's locked in early. 2 nice first-down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seen the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Back to that. Good plays have him on the move on first down.
Double tight. 4 down. Check.
Here's Stafford. And a completion to Wilson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
I don't mean to jump in on you, Parker, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like there's something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the game. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
That one nearly yards, 29 officially. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
And the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And here now a look at the Dolphins' offensive unit.
And the big key is going to be how can these wideouts create separation from the defensive backs? Because we've seen some early success in the passing game in this one, and that's going to need to continue.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Duke Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really out here in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. Get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive, because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air, receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Ito Smith, his first carry. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. And quickly now a look at the Kansas City offense.
And they're coming off a good win on the road last week, but they do know that they have a home game next week. So all the focus has to be, can they get a second win on the road and make going home that much sweeter? That's the intention in this ball game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tighten up. 15. Tighten up. There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20. Here we go.
Mahomes going to throw. Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Mahomes. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
There we go, Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20. Exit. 15. Mike 20. Man out. Hey, Mike.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to find Hill here. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19.
Let's go.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Fight down these two. Let's go, lady.
On 1st down now, running with Kittle. minute. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo, establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Hero 15.
Hey, Mike, 20.
From the gun, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
First and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Now here's Mahomes. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Roby Coleman. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Here's Stafford. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here. And a late flag as well.
Face mask.
I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
First down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 18 big yards on that one. And Miami first. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. From the red zone now, Stafford. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Grady Jarrett gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Back to throw. Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
From the gun, here's Stafford. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Stafford's pass, intended for Gerald Everett, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. They will give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, McKinnon again. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The safety, Rashad Jones, brings him down. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on second down. Mahomes buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he arm incomplete. Now it's third down.
Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They'll live to fight another down, right?
That one complete to Hill. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Fight down these two. Fight down these two. Go on, 80. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
On first down, McKinnon. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, Ripley.
On second and 9, Mahomes gets this one to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 10.
So that drive 7 plays in length. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
40 set, blue 60. 44. All right, T, let's try. All right, T.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock. Allow the defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Miami's first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Most of the yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big. Might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And again this time, it's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From just shy of midfield, Stafford. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there and a first down.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are getting some kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. And it's caught by Parker. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The previous play is under review.
Devontae Parker.
Let's go.
A gain on the play. And the Dolphins.
After reviewing
Well,
the
he
play,
challenged the
moving on
play.
the
It
field
didn't stay
stands.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. I hope you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly
Personal
looked
foul.
like it. Indeed, here
Face
come the
mask.
flags.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Automatic
Because
first
they're
down.
inside that 30. So now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Well, they've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. Now it's Stafford, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stafford. He's got it. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
You got it. And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is 3rd and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will be very close to a first down. But I see the closed fist of the referee. And that means 4th down. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by
from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Attack, attack!
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. That catch in his career is number 662, and that's significant because it ties him with Hall of Famer Ozzie Newsome.
Yeah, who was a wide receiver at Alabama before he transitioned in the NFL. And we're seeing similar attributes here because the ability to play inside, outside, flex out. He can catch it from any position and turn it into a big play.
Well, he's got his eyes on 700. There on the tackle, Minka Fitzpatrick. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
At the 35-yard line.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. From the 35 on 2nd down, Mahomes complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Chiefs, solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Mike. Yellow. 180. 55. Okay, double up.
Mahomes now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Hey, Mike.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
And that takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Eye on these two. Delta.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's going to go down again. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. spins through. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Parker unable to get that one, and now it's second down. That is the first time that they've targeted him, and he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down. When he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
50 set, blue 60. Bring it. Bring it.
Play action. Stafford. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. On fourth down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. He punted 4 times this one away here. This will be fielded at the 17. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. First and 10. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. Throwing again on second and 10. Mahomes into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but
nothing like seeing someone go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead now stands at 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mick. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So right now is a 13-point game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and...
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it a